Okay, this is my first YouTube video. I'm gonna pull out my little script that I wrote up. Hi, my name is Paige, and I had this urge I don't know, a week ago-ish to start making YouTube videos. And basically I just turned 29 in October of this year. So it's been like a couple months. And I just got a new job that is hopefully gonna be sustainable for me, money-wise and energy-wise. Prior to this, all the jobs I've had have either stressed me out or I wasn't making enough money, or they were physically exhausting. And so I finally got a job that everything should be good, like it's all good. And then I've just done a lot of inner work and work on myself recently to the point where I can actually do things that I want to do in life. Like, for a really long time, I just wasn't able to do a lot of things that I wanted to do, whether that was due to money or lack of energy or capacity or fear, or just internal blocks I had, nervous system dysfunction that I wasn't aware of. That was the case for a really long time. I just haven't been able to really live my life and do the things that I've wanted to do for a really long time. And so now that I am going to be making enough money and will have the capacity to do other things, I wanted to, I guess, document my journey of just life, just living life. I think I'm gonna call my channel Starting at 29, because I'm like starting to live life at 29, I guess. I wrote a script down. I wrote this before some things, though. I wanted it to be like true before anything had happened, so that you were the viewer is like along on the journey, like from the beginning, not like beginning would be like birth, or like I started my healing journey like over 10 years ago. So that, that maybe that would have been like the beginning, more of a beginning. But this is like ground zero of like the starting point of starting to live my life and building. Because right now I just don't have a lot built. There's a lot that I want to do. I've just started within the past year or so discovering my actual interests. Like when I was younger, I didn't have enough of a healthy sense of self to be able to explore what I was actually interested in. Like my parents wanted me to play tennis. I hated tennis. My mom wanted me to dance hula. I did that for several years. Not interested in dancing hula. Um, I did student government because that was just like what the smart kids did. And then I didn't realize until my senior year of high school that like what student government actually was. And then I realized, well, not realized, but when I realized it, I was like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't fucking care about student. I don't want to do this. I'm not interested in this. But so I wasted just so much of my time when I was younger doing things that I didn't actually care about, I wasn't interested in, but I didn't have enough, autonomy and I don't know what you need to be able to do that, but I didn't have it. Like I I just wasn't capable of being like, oh, what am I actually interested in? I mean, yeah, I was, interested in boys and hanging out with friends and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just didn't know any better. But so I wasted a lot of time, and I feel like I just wasn't able to explore what I was actually interested in. So I've started doing that recently. So now there's all this stuff that I want to do. Yeah, but so basically there's a lot that I want to do, and I want to document my journey. There's a lot of parts that probably won't be very exciting, and like maybe that's part of it. Like if I actually do achieve anything, noteworthy, any like degree of success, there will be documentation of how I got there. I am not expecting this channel to go viral or even be like remotely successful by YouTube standards. There are a couple worst case scenarios. Worst case scenario one is that nobody will watch. Other worst case scenario is that people will be mean to me. So I hope people are nice. Like, please just be nice and kind. What else? Even if nobody watches, though, I feel like it will be fun to just go back um, and see what I used to be like at various ages and times throughout life. It could also be fun to document moments of life. I also feel like making videos might motivate me to do more. I keep looking down because I'm just reading off the script. I mean, I wrote out everything already, and I think it was pretty good. I mean, I feel like I got most of the things, so. Yeah, I feel like for some reason it's like, oh, well, I want to do this thing, but there's no real reason, or not real reason, but it's like there's not a whole lot of consequences if you don't do like decluttering my I kind of want to declutter my clothes, but it's like, well, there's not a huge consequences if I don't declutter my clothes. But if I think about it, doing it for a video, I'm like, oh, well, I feel like for some reason that makes me feel more motivated to want to do things. Just, I don't know, things that I want to do. That I otherwise might not do or put off for a really long time. But yeah, I don't know. I just had a really strong urge to document my journey and parts of my life. Best case scenario is that seeing my journey somehow helps people on their own journey, or to simply feel less alone, or just be mildly entertaining, or just background noise. There's like a few channels that I watch on YouTube that I just like to listen to them talk for some reason. Like there's a couple of like beauty YouTubers that I watch. I don't wear I wear sunscreen, which is not even makeup, but that's all I wear sunscreen and I wear brown eyeliner. That is it. And so, I'm not watching for the information. I just like listening to them talk for some reason about makeup and beauty. I don't know. But yeah, so maybe that my channel could be that for some people. I don't know. But yeah, so this is ground zero. I just got a new job. Well, like I said, I just got a new job. My first day was basically last Sunday, so this is Sunday again. So it's been a week since I've started my new job, and it's good. It's not perfect. I was just training the last week, so I kind of just did the same thing every day. But I think maybe this week they'll probably teach me some new things, so that'll be cool. It's all pretty easy stuff, so it shouldn't be too hard to learn. There's like little quirks with everything, but so yeah, I just started a new job, and currently I don't have any established friendships really, other than my boyfriend, who we've been together for almost 8 years. It'll be 8 years in like at the end of January. It'll be 8 years. But other than that, I don't have any established friendships. I haven't had the capacity, like I have social anxiety. I haven't had the capacity to work on that, address that, because I've just been busy surviving with work. But yeah, so like ground zero, just started the new job. Don't have any established friendships. I started going to a women's group, a bi-weekly women's group in September, and that's been really good. But I wouldn't necessarily call these people friends yet. And then I made this post on Reddit. It was basically like a friendship ad, is what I would call it. And it was like, it was really long, especially compared to the other posts on the subreddit. And I was basically like, I'm looking for other people who are doing inner work, and it was like, this is the kind of person I'm looking for. These are the books that I've read. This is a little bit about me. And it was really long. It was really detailed and kind of personal. And I did not think that I was going to get very many responses at all. I was thinking like maybe 2, maybe 3 people, but a decent amount of people responded. We made a group chat, and now it's up to like 17 people in this group chat. I don't think everybody in there is probably like fits. I think some people are just like, sounds cool, and want to meet people, but maybe they're not doing that type of work necessarily. I don't know. Some people didn't write a lot about themselves. They just said like, I want to connect or whatever. So But I mean, there's 17 people, at least 17 people, more than that responded. But 17 people joined the group chat, and we already had our first meetup. I wanted to make the video before that happened so that, it could be like the journey of like, oh, I'm gonna go to this meetup. Next video will be like, what happened at the meetup? But I mean, it's fine. So we had a meetup already. It was me and 3 other people, and it was great. We talked for 3 hours, just about life and our struggles and our journeys, and it was great. But like, these people aren't, I wouldn't call them like friends necessarily yet. Although like we shared really deep things. It was almost like group therapy in a way. And I feel like it would take kind of a while to get to that point with a normal person. So it's like I almost do feel like these people are friends. So, but technically, I wouldn't necessarily call that like, oh, I have some friends. Like, we're not quite friends quite yet. Like, hopefully, but yeah, so that's happening. But still, like, I wouldn't say I have any friends other than my boyfriend at this time. So we'll see how that goes. We're planning to meet up again in January, is what was said, I think, after all the holidays and everything. And then I am planning to sign up for like a 6-week women's course kind of thing. Yeah, and that will start in February. But I haven't signed up because it's $300. And I just kind of want to get paid a little bit more before I sign up for that. Like, I can, because I have some money in my savings, so like I could, but I'm like, oh, $300. I mean, she even said that she wants to do it on a sliding scale. It's like, I can't afford $300, so I'm like kind of indecisive. Like, if I can pay for it, I want to pay for it, I feel. I don't know. My boundaries are kind of bad. I have a hard time advocating for myself sometimes. Because, so, I mean, a big motivation for wanting friends is that, like, if something happens to my partner, like, 1, if we break up, 2, if he happens to, like, die or something, I won't have anybody. So, I mean, it's more of a sense of security. And then I also just want a sense of community, or a community. I've just never really had that in my life. I've always, like, even if I've been a part of a group or a part of a community, I have felt like I didn't fit or I didn't belong. Yeah. So, I mean, I just want that aside from, as security in case something happens to my partner. I also just want community. Like, I like people. I have social anxiety, but I like people and I like being around people and connecting with people. But anyway, so those are some possible pathways to finding community and finding friendships. So there's that. What else did I want to say? Yeah, in terms of all the things I want to do more cooking. I want to do some baking. There's a lot of things that I want to try out for cooking. I want to learn about plants and eventually own some plants. I want to, I think a lot of, if I make art, I really want to make art. A lot of it will be, I think, of plants, which is why I want to learn about them. Also, if I grow them, but let's see, I want to go on hikes, try out places to eat. But most importantly, I want to make a lot of art. There's a lot of art goals that I have. I want to learn how to draw people from different angles. I want to find my style, my art style with people specifically. Like if I'm drawing, people, what will they look like? Like what would be my style of drawing people? I want to do illustrations of people and probably some landscape stuff, some plants. I want to learn how to digitally paint. I want to learn how to traditionally paint. I want to try out gouache. Gouache seems super cool. I want to learn how to do hand lettering. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I want to do a lot of flowers. I want to design stickers and t-shirts. In general, I also just want to become more confident and heal myself and help people. Right now, I have none of that. Essentially, no friends, no community. I'm not making art. I don't really go out and do things. I haven't had the capacity or money to do that. I'm constantly overwhelmed, trouble making decisions. Going out into the world is stressful. I have complex PTSD, so being around people and interacting with them stresses me out. Like I said, I like talking to people, but it does stress me out, and it's very stimulating for me. It's just a lot. Like after I have positive social interactions, I'll come home and I'll just be like replaying them in my head for hours. I don't know if that is like I'm not really quite sure why I do that or what happens that causes that. So, but it is a lot though, and it's just a lot. I have this weird appetite issue that I don't really know how to solve. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. I have a lot of things that I want to do, and yeah, I'm hoping that making videos will motivate me to do a lot of things. But yeah, this channel, it'll be random things. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll film myself cooking. Maybe it will just be me talking. I'll probably film myself making art. Maybe I'll film myself going to try places to eat or going on hikes. It'll probably just be like my life. Like, I don't know, I want to declutter my clothes. Maybe I'll film me decluttering my clothes. I gotta cut my hair soon. Like, I have to cut it. I don't have to cut it myself. I started cutting my own hair like several years ago just because it was cheaper. Like, I went to, like a cost cutters or whatever, and I was not happy with what they did. My haircut, I literally I'll get like 6 inches chopped off, and then I ask them to layer it. It's not a complicated haircut, but yeah, I was not happy with what the lady did. And I was like, I mean, I would rather just cut my hair myself if this is gonna be the result. So I have to cut my hair soon. Um, so like maybe I'll film that. I don't know. I don't really want to cut my hair because I don't want to fuck it up. But it's cheaper. It's definitely cheaper. So maybe I'll film that. I don't know. But yeah, I had this strong urge to document my life in some capacity. So hopefully I have the courage to edit this and post it out for the world to see. Again, I can handle if nobody watches. It's like people being mean to me. I'm a sensitive person. Okay, my skin is not very thick. So I just want people to be nice to me. That's my one thing, you know. There's like, I could be really successful, or not really. I really don't think this channel is gonna be successful, like by YouTube standards. But yeah, I just want people to be nice to me, or just don't say anything. Yeah. I pretty much just wear the same clothes at home. That's another thing. Like, I'll try to be as authentic as possible. And I just wear, like, I wear this cardigan like 24/7 at home. So I don't know. Maybe people will judge me for that. Or I don't know. Maybe I'll change my clothes so that people don't judge me. But as of right now, I pretty much just wear this cardigan like all the time. And I'll just rotate my like sweatpants and my shirts every once in a while. That's reality. So if you do the same thing, just know you're not alone. But yeah, I gotta make breakfast soon. I work at 3. It's 1:25. Yeah, if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. We'll see. You and I both will see if I keep this up. I feel like a bad habit that I have a lot of times is starting things and not following through. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I hope it's fun for you to follow along and for me to document and do. And yeah, go drink some water. Take some deep breaths, take a pause, take care of yourself, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye.